Yes, indeed. Yeah. Ooh. Hold up. Can I get a microphone check? 1 2 1 2. Microphone check.
Uno,
1
dos.
2.
Uno, dos.
You're there.
Can I get a microphone check? 1 2. There we go. Welcome our listening audience all over the globe for another edition of We Love Rare Grooves. That's right. I'm your host, C. Mose, bringing you the magic of the music and the music of the magic here only as we do Monday nights on We Love Rare Grooves. So I want to welcome our listening audience to another exciting evening. As we say, we bring you the legends. And the legends only hang out here on We Love Rare Grooves, streaming live on the UBN network. That's ubngo.com, channel 1. That's right. Tune in right now. And also we're on Facebook Live, streaming. And give us a call at 323-524-2599. But as I say, every Monday night, I can't do this show without my great, talented team. That's right, my co-hosts. All of them in the house, but I always start off with the world famous DJ Luvv. What you say?
Yay.
Let me get my checkbook. I gotta write this brother a check real quick. He done helped me rock parties for decades. So
Checkbook, man.
I might as well pay him now.
Your checkbook gonna be rubber in a minute.
Yeah.
So will mine.
This one, we got to pay this.
After the last one with Dion.
Yeah.
Your checkbook.
That's a long one.
Yeah.
Right. But this guy tonight I got about 1,293 credits for writing,
Counting.
arrangement,
Still counting.
producing. Yeah,
Man.
still counting as we do.
Yeah.
Everything good with you, Luvv?
I cannot complain, brother.
All right, brother. Another music bath as you do every Friday night.
Yeah,
Tell
we
them to come
got
on
it
out
in. We got it in.
to the place that we call No Name.
Right, exactly.
Sponsored by nobody.
Nobody.
Exactly.
It's
So
a
we can
great
give you-
place that you're at, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm good,
You
brother.
good?
Yeah.
I'll be there Monday.
You
I mean,
be there
Sunday.
Sunday. The world famous DJ Reg.
What's going on?
Building.
Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday.
Where you gonna be? Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. But I'll be there Sunday.
You'll be there Sunday.
Yeah, hey, just check my
Facebook page.
Exactly.
And then you'll know where to go.
Yeah, just as much as he had to pay checks, I got a whole lot of money I got to pay. I even got to put up my house for collateral.
Some receipts again.
Exactly.
Those receipts, man.
Man,
Everything good in your world?
everything's fantastic.
Okay, man. That's good. I'm
Getting
glad
ready for
to
this
hear.
three-day weekend coming up. Man.
That is right.
And we actually live on Monday this time, huh?
Live on Monday?
Yeah.
Next Monday?
Yeah, 'cause-
Memorial Day? No.
No. This is our first live on Monday in a minute this month, isn't it? Because last week we was
That's true. That is true.
We was on a Friday.
You are absolutely correct.
Today
That's the
we
first
are
day.
here live this month.
That's right.
on a Monday.
Yes.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. And then we got the consultant in the house
The
tonight.
author.
The author.
Robert.
You got to know your soul.
The one and only.
How you doing, my good man?
I'm good. I'm good. Excited about our guest tonight. Covers a whole bunch of areas. He's an artist on his own. Yeah. Collaborated with everyone else.
Yeah.
An intellectual as a professor kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pretty bad cat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty bad cat.
I think
He's not keeping it all to himself.
There you go.
collaborated
He's giving
with
back.
Sonny.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he does not play a La Louisiana on the weekend.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's not there.
And then we have our beautiful, talented co-hosts who keep us all together in place. The one and only Miss Shantini Irie.
Hey,
Rules have been
girl.
implemented today.
Hey.
How you doing, my dear?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. I'm very excited about tonight's guest. I actually did grow up on his music.
Yes, you did.
You
Listening
actually
to
did,
him,
huh?
Absolutely.
You did wonderful.
And watching
research.
him on TV, and he was always, in the background. Everybody'd say, that's Paul Jackson Jr. in the background.
Yeah, who's that? Who's that on
Who's
that
Oh, is
guitar?
that Paul Jackson Jr.?
Is that
That's
Paul?
him.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
So
So thank you for that. Everything good in your world?
everything's wonderful.
Did you go to church this past weekend?
I did not.
Oh,
I did.
Lord.
I did.
He get
No
ready-
number.
She get ready to get struck down
My
by
church doesn't
lightning,
have
no?
numbers, though,
No numbers. No
they don't
numbers.
give out
You
numbers.
get no numbers.
Just hymn book numbers. That's it.
Hymn books.
That's it.
Well, again, I want to thank our listening audience all over the globe as we get to the show, but we want to thank our sponsors every Monday night as we do. Beverly Boys Video Productions, the
Beverly Boys.
go-to guys for all your video production needs. Ask Out Accounting. That's right. Call them today. 1 month free trial. And also we have Drobe Stogies.
Drove.
Stogies
For
for
the
the
good
good life. And then
Talking about the good life.
and then you didn't show up, but our girl Stephanie Sproul's got a
Yes,
concert
you
coming
know,
up.
Stephanie.
I got an idea for Drobe.
What you got? Go ahead, and then we're going to introduce our guest.
We should call it the Bill Clinton Collection.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna
on that
work
note-
on that note. We like to
The presidential burn. Y'all ain't feeling it.
Presidential burn. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
And tonight we want to welcome to the Groove Studio one of the most wanted LA-based guitarists.
You gonna give us a little
In the
who you played
last-
with? Who you played with? Or
Right.
what?
Come on, y'all messing me up.
sorry,
During
I'm
the
sorry.
last 4 decades, he's a Grammy-nominated musician with a career spanning
How long?
4
All right,
decades,
get-
man.
get yourself
He has
together.
released over 10 albums
He was
throughout
4
his-
years old when he started, right?
Right, he was 4 music.
I'm 137 years old.
That black don't crack.
Yes,
That black do not crack.
no.
All right, he's supported a range of artists. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
The king.
The King of Pop, or Papa King?
The Papa King, all of them. Thriller, Bad, Dangerous, History, all of them, man.
Man.
On the dance floor, the history mix. But also the Temptations,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whitney Houston,
Yeah.
Yes.
Alexander O'Neal,
Ooh.
5-star,
Yes.
Patti LaBelle, Howard Hewitt.
Yeah.
5-star.
Another alumni. Howard Hewitt.
And then he works on different genres like rock with Elton John.
Hey.
Come on, man. Dave
Sir
Koz.
Elton.
Yeah.
Dave.
And then jazz with Marcus Miller, Kurt
Oh,
Whalen,
yeah.
Dave
Yeah.
Koz, and the late great George Duke.
Ooh.
And he's
then-
done some gospel too, you know.
Yeah, did some gospel
Yeah.
too.
Gospel? Any country?
No country.
Probably.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's probably on
Baby,
that new country
you know, we let
record.
him tell us that.
That new country record that's out right now. That's probably him on
And
there.
then, as you said earlier, he was spent over 3.5 years on the Tonight Show with Ricky.
That's
Bobby.
right.
That's
I
right.
remember.
So without
A
further,
check.
That's right.
Consistent check.
Los Angeles native,
That's
one of the
right.
baddest guitarists
Absolutely.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the industry,
Yes, sir.
session or on his own,
And most working too.
most work.
Oh, yeah, he's always working.
It's the one and
All right.
only Mr. Paul Jackson Jr. Welcome
Hey!
to the
Hey, how you doing?
studio. What's going on, man?
All right. All
You
right.
know,
How's it going?
give me a little pluck there.
Let's see.
Come on.
Okay, let's see. All
Go.
right. I would do this. Unless I was Hendrix, I'd do this. If I was Hendrix, I'd do that. So do a little plucking here.
Nice.
So We Love Red Groove's original. It's copyrighted.
Yes.
Poor man copyright.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a nice resolve too, by the way. Very good.
And he was in tune all the way.
Yeah.
I think that's how the show
He
gonna be all
tuned up
night
when we
long.
were coming in. When we were,
right.
He was tuning up right when we were
Oh,
coming
yeah,
in.
exactly.
So again, welcome to the Groove Studios.
Yay. It is
Man, your first time here?
first time here. It won't be the last.
Won't be
Please.
the last.
Yes.
That's what,
Hey,
we
that's
wanted
what
to
I'm
talk-
talking about.
Yeah.
Man.
Bring
No.
some friends next
We're
time.
going to have a 4-part series with this
Yeah.
brother.
Okay,
Maybe
that's
five.
true.
There
Maybe
you
five.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Easy.
Now,
There
just so
you
the
go.
listeners know, the party started before we got on the air.
Absolutely.
Yes, it did.
Just in case they didn't know.
Man, you one of the baddest, and you played with all of the baddest, man. And tonight, we just want to share some of that music, some of the, we said earlier, the compilations that you've been involved in with so many different artists, from writing to arranging to producing, and even on your own stuff. So we're going to take them on a journey
Okay.
the best way we can. As being a Los Angeles native, we want to know, right, where did it all started out for you? Was it with the family? Did you have music background and family, or you came out of the womb
With
playing
a
the
guitar.
Interesting story. Started with the family. I was taking piano lessons, and I told my mom I wanted to play guitar. True story. And no, I'm sorry, not guitar. I wanted to play drums. That's what it was. So we went to Gardena Valley Music on the corner of Vermont and Redondo Beach Boulevard. Actually, it was on Redondo Beach Boulevard, a little west of Vermont. And in the window was a blue metal flake set of drums that was $369.
Guess you didn't get those.
No, my mom looked at me and she said, "This is not going to happen." And so we walked in the store. She said, "Anything else in here you like?" And there was a $20 guitar hanging up.
$20.
$20. And that was the going rate. And oh gosh, that was 40. No.
See?
Well, they said he was 130.
45.
So
Yeah, but I said he was 4.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like
So-
that's like almost 50 years.
So
almost
what
50
kind
years
of
I thought you
condition
got
was
it
it
in
in? Do you remember what type of
1904.
guitar it was? How many strings did it have left?
It still had 6 strings. It was
Okay.
a blue custom craft guitar with 1 pickup. And the reason I know is because I still have it.
Wow. Who's the maker? Who makes it?
A company called Custom Craft. Never heard of them
never-
since, but
wow.
yep, I still have the guitar.
Yeah.
Man.
was it a real one?
It was real. I mean,
I remember a custom craft, those plastic ones.
I thought it was custom craft. They made boats.
this yeah, they did. That was
Right.
was that Custom Craft? Or
No,
Chris? That was Chris Craft.
Chris Craft.
Craft.
One of them crafts.
One of them crafts. Yeah, no, it was a real guitar with
Okay.
a real electric guitar, and I still have it. Yeah.
So how long did it take you to finally get involved and start playing it?
It took me a few years. Actually, I really started playing it a few years later when I was 12. I got a teacher by the name of Gary Bell. And the interesting thing about Gary Bell is he was a saxophone player with Fats Domino. Learned to play the guitar on the back of the bus while they were on tour. So he started teaching me when I was about 12, and he taught me until I was about 16. Studied classical with a guy by the name of Greg Perret. And then I went on to University of Southern California to study there.
Okay.
But during that time, I was playing with my brother. My brother played keys, and my sister played drums. And so we would play gigs and weddings and parties and whatever else we could do. And then I was playing at school, and then I'd have a jam band with Gerald Albright and Nathan East and a guy named Tony Lewis, who plays drums now with Smokey Robinson. And these guys would come over and we'd jam. I talked to my wife the other day about my folks had built a den because we actually grew up. The house was actually a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath house with 4 kids. And so what they did was they built a den. And the den was quickly taken over by me and my buddies.
What was the name of the band?
Oh, we just jammed. We
That
just
just
did that.
jam?
But my family's band was 14 Karat Gold. That was the name of the
Really?
family
Oh,
band,
wow.
yes. 14 Karat.
Now-
I remember we had little gold cards, you know, pass them
Man.
out, yeah.
Now, who played? How many people were in your family, and what was the setup? Do you remember the band setup?
Yeah, my sister played drums. My brother played keyboards.
See who got the drums now.
Yeah, she got the
Yeah.
drums.
Right.
Yeah, and she got the drums, and my brother played keyboards, and I played guitar, and we all kind of sang. And then my buddy Marcus joined. He played percussion, and a bass player by the name of Cornelius Mims, who Google
Yeah,
Corny.
we know-
He
yeah,
ended
we know
up,
Corny.
Yeah, Corny started playing with us, and so it was just kind of whosoever will, who's got an instrument and some talent, come on, play, And then, like I said, Nathan East would drive up from San Diego at that time, and Gerald Albright was playing around, so he'd come over and play, and just, whoever we could find.
Now, were you playing with Patrice at any time during the high school years?
Not until I graduated.
USC
Okay.
years.
Yeah. Now, interesting story about that. 15 years old, because I was actually going into electrical engineering. Like that's what my dad did. So I came home one day from school. I said, "Mom, I think I want to be a musician." And I played guitar since I was about 15 years old. She said, "Well, I don't know a lot about it. Why don't you go down the street and talk to Patrice?" Another story, side story.
Patrice Russian.
Patrice Russian lived down the street from me.
Down the street.
And we used to walk to school together. There was a group of kids that would walk to West Athens Elementary, and you would just kind of fold in as people walked by your house. Patrice was one of the people. She lived farther down, so we'd fold in and we'd walk.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So at that time, she had Prelusion and she had done a couple of records, and she introduced me to Lee Ritenour, and she introduced me to Al McKay from Earth, Wind & Fire, and,
Wow.
and introduced me to Harvey Mason, and those folks really, really, really helped me, and so I was playing with her. When I graduated from high school, I started playing with her, and I tease her because I would always call her my boss. And some 40 years later, she is my boss at USC. She heads the popular music department,
Right.
and I am one of the professors there under Patrice. So I still, every day I see her, I say, "Hey, boss, how you doing?"
Wow.
So what
Nice.
prompted you to go to USC? What was the thought process?
At the time, USC was the only school that had a studio guitar major.
Okay.
You could go to other places and study jazz or study classical, but they had a major that was studio guitar. It was kind of developed by the guy who taught Lee Ritenour, a guy by the name of Duke Miller, and another guy by the name of Eddie Arkin. And so they kind of pioneered, some of the things that you would need as a studio musician. And so you learned, jazz and different things and how to put chords together, and then you worked on your sight reading and stuff like that. And then I studied classical, but the reason I ended up playing rhythm guitar, which is, what ended up really getting me on a lot of records, was once again because of Patrice. Playing in Patrice's band, playing different songs. She said, your soloing's coming good, you're sounding good, but you need to work on your rhythm playing. So I went and found every record that Al McKay had played on, from all the Earth, Wind and Fire stuff to Charles Wright and the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band.
Right.
I found every record I could find that Ray Parker Jr. played on, and just really started working on my rhythm, and the Lord blessed, and I ended up, getting pretty good at it. So she is the reason that I am known for my rhythm playing, Patrice.
Well, shout out to Patrice, and we hope to have
her.
her
Yeah,
back.
I think he owes Patrice
She's our
a check.
alumni too.
Some receipts.
I have written her several.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what did your mother think after you decided to make music a for sure career choice? What did your mom say after that?
Well, now that was the really cool thing about my parents, and I tell the kids all the time, the fact that you have convinced your parents to send you to college to be a musician, in and of itself is a miracle.
Right.
So my mom and dad's thing, to their credit, was as long as you're studying and you're working and you're going to college to better yourself, you can do whatever you want to do. So hats off to them for allowing me to be a musician, because I had, a lot of friends that's like, nah, you better go get you a spare job so you can have some spare change, and get you a real, and
a real career.
A real degree.
A real
degree,
right.
yeah.
And then, musicians had a bad rap,
Absolutely.
drug addicts,
So
alcoholics,
does DJs.
womanizers, the whole 9 yards,
So does DJs.
So does DJs. Well, hey. But
Go ahead.
most DJs I know are musicians.
So you don't dipping, huh?
Go ahead.
But they were very, very supportive, And it's funny, when I started doing recording sessions, my mom was gassed. I don't think my dad was real impressed. He was like, it's cool, but my dad's thing was Jimmy Smith, organ trios.
Right.
That was his thing.
Wow.
And
Baby Cortez.
yeah, that was his thing. I mean, every Sunday we used to hear Jimmy Smith's sermon, or we'd hear Groove Holmes, one of the two.
Richard Groove.
Richard Groove Holmes, yeah. And I got a chance. One night I went with my buddy Sonny Burke. Jimmy Smith had a supper club in the Valley, so we went and I sat in.
Really?
And Jimmy said, why don't you come back tomorrow and play? And my dad was on cloud nine and said, boy, my son finally made it. Finally made it. He played with Jimmy Smith.
Right, he done work with Michael and everybody, but you finally made it.
Finally made it work with Jimmy Smith. So, yeah.
He can do whatever he want to do now. He made it.
Yeah, he's okay now.
He's okay.
Hey, give us a call at 323-524-2599. Streaming live on Facebook Live and also UBN Go Channel 1. That's right, UBN Go Channel 1. We Love Red Groove streaming live. Now, we got coming up, and we're going to get right to it. Pretty Tony, if you're ready for it. You're doing an event that's coming up in the next 3 weeks.
Yes,
4 weeks.
June 22nd, myself and Gary Taylor.
Who's been on the show.
He's been on the show too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
I love
songwriter, great singer.
We love him.
Yeah, at the Santa Monica Performing Arts Center. It actually is on 11th Street in Santa Monica.
Okay, we got to add. Let's show the commercial.
Yeah,
How about
great.
that?
That'd be a good thing.
Right. We'll come back as we do here on We Love Red Grooves. Pretty Tony, take us away. This upcoming event, concert, a great concert with Gary Taylor and Paul Jackson Jr.
HomeTicketBox.com welcomes the grown and sexy tour starring Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor and the amazing, intimate Rose Stage in Santa Monica, Saturday, June 22nd. Gary Taylor. Starring Gary Taylor. It's the Grown and Sexy Tour with special guest Paul Jackson Jr. Tickets on sale now at HomeTicketBox.com. The Grown and Sexy Tour and the amazing intimate road stage in Santa Monica, Saturday, June 22nd. Starring Gary Taylor with special guest Paul Jackson Jr. Tickets on sale at HomeTicketBox.com. HomeTicketBox.com. Transportation provided by Exquisite Transportation. Produced by Concerts One. HomeTicketBox.com welcomes.
Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. Thank our listening audience all over the globe. So they're coming up, man. Check out Paul and Gary in June. That's right. So we're going to be there.
June 22nd.
The grown
We
and
got
sexy
tickets.
live.
We got
Nice.
tickets.
Are we
Wrong.
breaking in or we got tickets?
Are we doing security?
Paul, call up Elston and say this was a.
We went up all black and shades.
I gotta, you gotta be
Security.
security. I gotta be assistant. We gotta come with some titles.
Hey, but tonight we're gonna take folks on a musical journey.
Sounds
man.
good.
We're gonna take them all the way back when it first started off, man. That first CD release. You remember that? Is that it?
I can't play that. I can't say it. Was it Lakeside?
All the way back.
Fantastic
On the voyage, yeah.
Oh,
Going
Oh,
on the
yeah.
voyage,
Right, you almost had it.
Yeah,
but
I can't play that because it's more. What is it? More than $4 bars you got to pay them, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't do that. So I won't do that. I won't, yeah.
this you got. Hey, what's the first song we got? This is from your 1981-82 release.
The first one. This is the one that started it all. I came
Okay.
to play.
I came to play. All right, I came to play. DJ DeVoe, DJ Reg, what y'all gonna do?
Let's get with it.
So 80s, I love it.
I came to play. I came to play. I came to play. Play.
Honey,
So
Man,
this
that
was
is
was
my
it-
jam.
Was this a hit for Jermaine?
Yeah,
That's a
actually,
big hit for Jermaine.
Number one R&B record.
That is right.
whole
I
record
remember it
was.
right.
Well, this particular single, yeah, it was
Right.
number one R&B record. Yeah.
So y'all were in the studios messing around, and that's how this became a hit?
Yeah, at the time I was doing a lot of playing and writing with Jermaine, and I would sit up playing this guitar lick. Let's see, wrong key. I keep playing that guitar lick, and he's like, "We got to write a song off of that," and this was that song.
Lo and behold. Huh?
Yep.
There we go. Right here.
All right. Well, let's go back
Man,
to
it's a
some
cold
more.
jam right
Take me
here.
It
some-
is.
Take me to some other music there. That next song that we have coming up. I like this next song too.
love's on me. Just believe you worked too hard for it before, so this time the love's on me. Wait and see. Soon your heart will lead you to find this love's on me. Just give me one chance, and you'll agree.
Welcome back to We Love Rare Groove. That's right, we're streaming live
Oh, yeah.
on UBN Go Channel 1 and Facebook Live right now. We're in the studios with the Grammy-nominated guitarist, keyboardist, arranger, writer, producer,
Everything. He do
Hit
everything.
maker.
Do
Hit maker.
everything.
He do everything.
Cooks, clean.
Paul Jackson Jr.
Professor.
Professor, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a professor.
Professor. I forgot about that.
Come on, man.
Now,
Give-
what
give
do you
me a
teach
tune.
at
He can write,
USC?
Give me a tune. Give me a tune.
What are you down there teaching?
Let's see.
The children.
What am I teaching the children?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm teaching them the ABCs of music. The
The do, re, mi, fa, so's.
Give me something there.
okay.
Ooh.
He plays so fine, don't you agree?
Yeah, you do. That
boy good.
Rub them fingers over them strings. You love me.
Those are some nice chord changes. Nice picks. Sounds familiar.
Paul, here's an idea.
Yes, sir.
What would you today tell a 21-year-old Paul Jackson Jr. that would have helped him with words of wisdom that he probably wouldn't have done?
That's an easy one, actually. That's a very easy one. Ooh, get up there.
Your E string.
Get there. Get there. It's coming. Here it comes.
It's on its way. It's on its way.
I would have told Paul Jackson Jr. practice more and write more songs, and everything else is going to take care of itself.
Okay, good.
More than you already were writing?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
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 Okay.
Now that you look in hindsight, you
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
right.
And that's yeah.
Yeah.
That says a lot for someone like him who was writing for everybody.
He's saying, get it together, Paul. Let's
Do
get
more.
it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So when you did your, who did you get signed with first?
Got signed with Atlantic Records first under Sylvia Roan and Merlin Bob.
Sylvia Rowe.
And they
Wow.
Sylvia.
And what
I
was
heard
your
that name a
signing
long
bonus?
time.
How much was it?
My signing bonus.
That's none of your
Yeah.
business, Nosy
It was about
Rosie.
what?
There was no bonus. There
You didn't get no
was
bonus?
I didn't get a
Bonus
bonus.
No.
Bonus
See,
notice.
that's what
Right.
I mean.
Go
you
sell
couldn't-
some records.
You couldn't even go get your first card in.
But let me tell you what I did do.
What did you
Once
do?
again, due to Mr. Ray Parker Jr. Probably, let's see, probably about 4 or 5 years before I did the record, Ray and I were having a conversation. Ray is another person that, well, that's a side story I'll tell you later. But Ray asked me one day, he says, what is it that you're trying to do? I said, well, I want to write songs and produce. He said, okay. He said, take all your money and buy some recording gear. Now, this is before computers and
Smartest
before,
thing.
Right.
you know, you could record on your laptop. There was a big tape recorder that was expensive and a big board that was expensive. So I took every dime I had and bought a tape recorder and a mixing board and learned how to record. So the good thing is, I guess it was about 5 years later, when I did get a record deal, I was able to pay myself studio time because I had a studio.
Excellent.
Because of Ray Parker Jr.
Didn't Ray have something to do with Prince Studio? Or am I?
One of somebody's studio, but I don't think it was
It
Prince.
wasn't Prince
But
Studio?
it was
Okay.
someone's
Because
studio.
Ray
Yeah.
was on, we were talking
He, like,
about
built their
that.
whole thing.
Yeah, but Ray is responsible for a lot of my success. Another thing that he did when he got out of doing sessions to focus on radio in his solo career, he had met me through our buddy Ollie Brown. And he would get two sessions. He would send Charles Fearing, who was the other guitar player in radio. He'd send Charles on one, and he would send me in the other. And that's one of the ways that I got a lot of my early sessions. In fact, did a session for Holland Dozier Holland, and that's how I ended up there. Was Ray said, "I'm not doing it anymore. Call Paul," and that's how I ended up there.
Wow.
Now, when you went so you graduated from USC, right?
I did not graduate. I was there for 2 years.
Okay, that happens a lot with musicians. They go for 2 years at USC and then they make it big.
Chase that money.
No, but a lot of them make it big that way. So you left USC and how did you get with your very first record deal? Like, who hooked you up with them? How was that? How did that connection
Well,
happen?
that happened through, I had a publishing deal on MCA, and there's a lady by the name of Carol Ware who was shopping my songs, and so I was writing instrumental stuff because I knew I was going to do that, and she introduced me to Merlin Bob, who I played some stuff for, who then introduced me to Sylvia Rohn.
Wow.
And that's how things got started. And she had signed Gerald about, I think, 6 to 8 months earlier, and then she signed Bobby Lyle, and it's funny. I saw Yo-Yo at a benefit the other day, and Yo-Yo was on the label, and every time I'd see Yo-Yo, I'd say, "Hey, can I play with you, Yo-Yo?" And she's like, "No." And so she saw me. She gave me a big hug. She said, "You still can't play with my Yo-Yo."
That wasn't at the Obama, because I seen it. Were you at the Obama?
No, this was a thing for Fernando Pullum's school.
Okay.
He's got a great school in Leimert Park for educating kids musically. And so it was a benefit for his school, yeah.
Okay.
Now, did you want to always be a solo artist, or were you more focused on being a guitar player? What was your first?
I really wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be in a band like Ray and play the guitar and have somebody else who could really sing. That's really what I wanted to do. And one day I was sitting up recording, and people say that they hear the voice of God, and one of the things that is if God is talking to you, He's going to confirm it.
Absolutely.
And so I felt like I was being led into instrumental music. I said, well, I don't play like George Benson. I don't play like my favorite guy, Earl Clue.
Sound like that in the background. You hear that? Is that George Benson you got playing in the background? Yeah, that's
George.
Yeah, that's changing world.
Yeah, I didn't play like Earl Clue.
Hey.
He was Earl.
Right.
Still my hero.
Woo, man.
Yeah.
So I was making excuses like, no, I'll just go on and do it. And so after I said, okay, I'm going to write instrumental tunes. When I started doing that, immediately I got a record deal.
Wow.
And so I haven't looked back. And that was
nice.
82.
Gosh, that was 80. Actually, it was 88. Yeah.
So I Came to Play came out in 88?
88, 89.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
We don't have to check that.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a moment as we'll come back with Mr. Paul Jackson Jr., but Pretty Tony, you're going to take us away for a few of our partners in crime on the show here. Okay. Take us to Beverly Boys Video Production and Drove Stogies here on We Love Red Groove.
Stogies.
For the good life.
For the good life. We had the good.
My name's Dave Patterson. I'm a Seattle area videographer. I've been working with Beverly Boy Productions for over 2 years, and I can say they are great to work with. They've always provided me with the information I need so that when I show up on set, I can shoot exactly what's necessary to tell the story the client is trying to tell. Call sheets that include the who, what, why, where, when of the video shoot, production notes, gear requirements, crew requirements, load-in time, all that. Makes my job a lot easier, and ultimately it produces the results that the client's going to be happy with. This is what a professional company like Beverly Boy Productions does, and also it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy working with them. It's a bit of a family vibe. They're very low-key, low-pressure, but they're very professional at the same time, and they get the results, and that's ultimately what matters most. I'm proud to be a shooter for Beverly Boy Productions, and if you're looking for a company to produce your next video production, by all means, give them a call. They can handle any sort of scale project from a single-person interview to a large production with multiple cameras and large crews. You won't be disappointed with the results. Give them a call.
Drobe is a lifestyle brand for professionals. Drobe Stogies is no less ambitious. Expand the vision of the refined world of premium cigars with a humidor boasting of over 10,000 cigars from the most prestigious of Cuban, Dominican, Honduras, Nicaraguan tobacco in the world. Drobe Stogies is in a league of its own. Stop by the Stogie shop to grab your favorite cigars or even order a box while you're there. Pick up a pair of cufflinks, a pair of bold socks, or maybe a fancy pocket square. Memberships are available. Call today, 424-227-9005. That's 424-227-9005. Visit our website at drobestogies.com. And you can follow us on social media. Instagram is @Drobe Stogies. Facebook Stogie Shop. We're located at 1322 North La Brea Avenue in Inglewood, between Fairfax and Slauson. Come and enjoy the lounge at Drobe Stogies and relax in the ultimate atmosphere of the good life.
So you remember the first musical video you ever did?
As a solo artist?
As a solo or with another artist?
Let's see. Well, solo was I Came to Play, but I did a video with Patrice. We did Soul Train, and we did that. That was a song called, what was it, Haven't You Heard? And,
Haven't you? So you were on there? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking for you.
Or was it? No, it was, no, Let the Music Take Me. That's what it was.
That's the
but
one
I
you
think
did?
that was the first one I did, I believe.
So it wasn't no bikini scathing women in
No,
that
there
video?
was no bikinis. There was no twerking. To
Why are you
speak
trying to
of.
get him in trouble?
He's a married man.
And he's married. You trying to get him in trouble?
His past to get him in trouble?
I'm
His
talking about
past?
before.
Right.
It was life before her. And he had.
You don't know if it was before or after her in this video.
No, I do know, right? I do know.
Well, we'll see.
Trust me and believe it was before.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it was before.
He's like, whatever it was.
Right.
Well, as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves, our listening audience all over the globe, Colleen, and you got Chuck Dennis and all those guys listening.
Yeah, they listen.
So we got a special video tribute from DJ Reg. He's our video DJ. He put something together, and we don't even know.
We have not seen it yet. Yeah.
No,
Usually we know. We don't know.
So hopefully you will enjoy this
Yeah.
as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Take me away. Give us a call.
A place where I can find happiness. Girl, you know a place close to your loveliness. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. Where there's no time. Your love is divine. Heaven must be like this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. A cool place in the shade, yeah, yeah. A glass of lemonade. Oh, babe, don't be afraid. Just love it. Must be like this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rockets, moonshots, spin it on the have-nots. Money, we make it, for we see it, you take it. Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Make me wanna holler the way they do my life. This ain't living, this ain't living, this ain't living, this ain't living. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Inflation, no chance to increase my finance. Bills piled up, sky high. Say that boy off to die. Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Make up this da 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 da. You know, Lord, if it weren't for you, I'd have to sit down and wonder how I keep from going under. Come here, guitar.
Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. That's
We
right.
do.
We all love Rare Grooves.
Uh-huh.
Welcome our listening guests all over the globe, from LA to New York to Miami to England, and all the way back in the studios with Mr. Paul Jackson Jr. That's right.
Yeah.
Grammy nominated Mr. Paul Jackson Jr. Then played one.
I don't even know how we got him, because this
be
man
messing
be
around.
on tour working with everybody.
Hard working man.
I mean, we really had
Hard
to,
working man.
really pull some strings. Literally, no pun intended. to get him in
Exactly.
here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wonderful.
Play that
This
song.
is in
my
time for
man.
my little game that I have.
You got a little game?
I have a little game for you, Mr. Paul
What
Jackson
game
Jr.
you got, girl?
If DeVoe could give me some Jeopardy music really quick.
Is this a game that needs Jeopardy music? Or can we
Yes,
get some
absolutely,
other?
because
Okay.
we're going to get him to tune up to Jeopardy really quick.
All right.
Sounds good.
And we're going to give him a little game. Normally, we play a game where I ask you random questions in 60 seconds, but I'm going to throw some random names at you in 60 seconds once we get the Jeopardy music going. And you're going to give me your interpretation of each one of these players. A little higher. So go ahead and start playing.
Between keys.
Right. Now, I'm going to call a name out, and you're going to keep playing, but to their style, okay?
Ooh, wow. Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, first one, Wes Montgomery.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Ooh.
Wasn't that nice?
That bumping on Sunset.
That's bumping on Sunset. Wow.
I can't screw up this guitar.
Next name, Carlos Santana.
Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Go, boy.
Good Lord. Next name, Eric Clapton.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Oh gosh.
Yes.
Go ahead, boy. That boy good.
That boy good.
He damn good.
Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven?
Go ahead, girl.
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Wawa Watson.
Oh gosh.
You can play any song his style.
Oh gosh.
I'll do the wow, wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
It's impossible to really.
Oh,
do
you need a
wah-wah.
pedal.
You need a wah-wah and an electric guitar.
Johnny
There you
Guitar
go.
Watson.
Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm a real mother for you.
Mother for ya.
Go ahead,
I
get the
can't
song.
remember.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
There it is.
Hold up, the vocal
Dun.
ready. Dun, dun, dun.
Not that one. Soul Man Lover. Soul Man Lover.
And last but not least, Prince.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Only Mr. Paul Jackson Jr.
Only here
On the spot.
Right chair.
We love Rare Grooves. And we
Right chair.
Rare and
I'm sorry, that
saucy
Carlos
tonight.
Santana was my favorite.
That
I'm
boy
sorry.
good.
The way
That
he
boy
slid into
good.
that was just ridiculous.
Good. Hercules.
For the guitar nerds, what kind of strings do you like to use? And do you use picks? And if so, what brand?
I use Jim Dunlop picks. In terms of strings, it depends on the instrument. Well, I use Jim Dunlop strings as well. Different gauges. Obviously, this is an acoustic nylon string guitar, so they are nylon strings. But on my acoustics, steel strings, I use bronze strings. And depending on what the guitar is for, on my session guitars, I'll use a gauge that goes from 11 to about 50. And on the solo guitars, I use a gauge that goes from 12 to about 50 as well, because with the 12 strings, you get a thicker sound on the top. So I use a thicker gauge for the solo guitar.
So are you working on getting your own custom-made
was about
guitar?
to
I'm
ask,
working
yes.
on, custom-made guitar. Actually, I have.
You, for yourself, I mean, your own custom signature guitar.
I have one with Paul Reed Smith guitars. Yeah, it was called,
Nice.
Wow.
called the JA-15, which
Nice.
technically stands for Jackson Archtop, but and 15 is a 15-inch body.
And also, you was telling about on that video that guitar. I was asking you about that guitar.
Oh,
you was
yeah.
playing on that video. You know that video.
Right, on This Love's on Me, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the story behind that guitar was there was a guitar shop in Los Angeles, actually in the Valley, called Valley Arts Guitars. And a guy by the name of Mike McGuire made all these guitars for all the studio guys. And so I had enough money finally to get a guitar made. And he says, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, just give me the best that you can make." And so he made the guitar. It's a rosewood body, bird's eye maple neck, ebony fingerboard, and it has 3 pickups by a company called Bartolini that's not in business anymore. But that was a guitar that I used on Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All. I used it on PYT for Michael Jackson. I used it on hit after hit after hit. I played it on the Daft Punk record recently. And
You
it's
played
still,
on Daft Punk?
I played on, in fact, I played on Random Access Memory. I played on Get Lucky.
Wow.
And I wrote a song with him called Give Life Back to Music.
Nice.
We've missed
I
that
told you
one.
we lucky to get him.
We
We
get
working
lucky.
with everybody.
Not only
We
look,
missed
we
that
blessed.
We blessed to
But
get
no,
him.
but I
on
missed that
Blessed to
one.
be here, you know.
I looked at all the credits. I missed that one. The Daz Funk. I missed that one.
I saw the Daft Punk. It was part
Did
of
you?
all his credits. Yeah.
Right, I did, but
Yeah.
I missed that one. We got a call?
Oh, we got a wonderful
Go for it.
call. Is it Queen on the phone?
You got a phone?
Thank you for calling. We love Rare Grooves. Who do we have on the line?
Stephanie Sproul.
Stephanie Sproul,
Steffoosh.
the queen.
The Queen
of
of
the
the
groove.
Groove.
The queen of the groove. How are you,
Hey,
Miss
you.
Sproul? Welcome to We Love.
I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank
Yes,
you.
you
Hey,
are.
You
Paul,
are.
baby.
Yes, you
Hey,
are.
Stuff, how you doing, baby?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm talking to my friend. We've worked together for so many years. I just love me some Paul Jackson.
And I love
By
me.
the way, you know that new.
Go ahead.
What, baby?
I said I love me some Stephanie Spruill.
There you go. Woo! Yeah, we go way back. It's so wonderful to hear you and talk about everything that you're doing and have done. I mean, you know, God is good, right, Paul?
Amen. Amen. He's faithful.
I hope I can see you at my show on the 25th. I'll be at Vitello's. That's right.
Oh, in the Valley. Herb's Club.
Yes.
Yeah. Vitello's, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking vibrato.
Yes, you know,
You think of vibrato.
I'm thinking
Michael
vibrato.
Feinstein owns it now.
Oh, wow.
Upstairs at Vitello's.
Okay.
So, it's Michael Feinstein's Vitello's now.
It sounds great in there. Actually, I played a gig there probably about a year and a half ago, and it sounds really good in there. You're playing upstairs?
It really does. Yes, I'm playing upstairs for sure.
Yeah.
Packing them out.
Hey.
You know,
Nice,
last
nice.
time I was there, Harvey was there, Harvey Mason,
Yeah.
and Jerry Peters, all our people. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
I just saw Jerry over the weekend.
Oh, really?
Jerry's my
I
name. He lives
love
around the
it.
corner from me. Yeah.
That's great. You know, this is hey Red Grooves, my peeps.
Hey, I thought you forgot about us.
Hey, no, I didn't. I'm sorry, because Paul is like my brother. You know, he really is. We go back to the 70s together. You know, we did,
way back.
We were like be passing each other in sweetening sessions and stuff. You know, I'll be going in with the Bee Gees with my crew, and he'd be coming out and just finished his thing with all the cats.
She says it's so
we're
chill.
so blessed to have been
The Bee Gees.
doing what we've done for so long.
Absolutely. We were part of a period where there were no, like I said, no computers and no synthesizers and no, like multiple tracks. So you had to get it right immediately. So I would be coming out of a session.
You.
I'd be coming out of one studio, then you'd see Stephanie going in another studio, then you'd see the horn players coming out of another studio, and so you'd see each other at the hall, and then like if you had a session that was 10 to 1, you take a lunch break, and then you see folks eating lunch, and you come back. So it was a really, really fun time.
I know we hear that.
It really was.
Together.
It really was. It really was. And we were at the top of our game.
Absolutely.
You know?
There you go.
So, yeah.
You know, the jazz.
And we're still doing it.
That's right.
The jazz performance that we put on, that actually Clifton and We Love Rare Grooves put on for the Jazz Month, Larry Mizell and Jerry Peters and all of them did a panel, and they talked about you quite a bit and how you worked with them and how you did all of their early music and their backgrounds and stuff. So no matter where we go, you are very well respected in the industry
I
for
love
sure.
Yeah, all of Donald Byrd's stuff, whether I was playing percussion, my famous tambourine, or I was singing Color Tour on Stepping Into Tomorrow. So it was just a blessing working with all the cats. In fact, I talked to Larry Mizell 2 days ago.
Nice.
So it's amazing. Yeah, we're still in touch with each other. That's so great because we're still here. We're healthy.
Yep.
We're still jamming and putting those records out. And Paul, I just want to tell you, that record you have out now, it's a trio. What's the name of it?
Oh, Jazz Funk Soul with Jeff Lorber and Everett Hart.
Ooh, yeah.
Go ahead, girl. Promote it. Do your thing.
Fierce.
Thank
Fierce,
you.
baby boy.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'll be driving the car again. Now that's my boy. Okay.
So we're gonna see you Friday, right?
Yes. Okay, Friday at Vitello's. That's the 25th. No, the Saturday. Whoa. Upstairs at Vitello's, which is called Feinstein's now.
Okay.
And the address is 4349 Tahunga Avenue in Studio City, 91604.
Okay.
Come in.
We're gonna
doors open at 6:30. Showtime hitting at 8 o'clock. Honey, my band is fierce.
I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna play the ad. How about that?
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna play the ad
That's what
for
I'm
you.
about
So
to
we'll
play it.
see you on Friday for sure.
No, Saturday.
Saturday. I said Friday the
Saturday,
first time.
the
Nobody
25th.
correct. Y'all know y'all gotta correct me. So
Y'all,
we'll see
I'll
you
correct
Saturday.
You. Maybe
He's
the
wrong
25th,
again.
baby boy.
I got you.
I love you,
I got you.
Love you
I love you,
more.
Shanthony.
Love you more.
I love you guys, all
Take
my
care.
fellas.
You do stuff.
That's right.
See you
Hey,
Saturday.
baby.
May the
See you Saturday.
25th.
Okay, baby boy.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The queen of the
Okay,
groove.
Paul.
All right,
there,
Stephanie.
Stephanie
God bless
Sproul.
you, Paul.
You too. Lord bless
God
you
bless
real
you
good.
guys.
Take care.
Keep up the
Okay.
great work, my dear.
Love,
Keep
love,
up the
love.
great work. And-
Okay, baby. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Just call me Marcus, baby.
Oh my God! What a sicko.
You want to? Let's give him some love and show that what's going on this Saturday at Vitello's. Did they change the name?
I thought it was Sheila E's spot and then they changed it. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
This is a man's world, yeah. Without a woman, it's man's world. Yeah. Shopping to y'all. Shopping to y'all, do me I. What is hip? Por nacido en mi tierra.
Ascot Accounting Solutions, distinctive accounting for small businesses. Discover how you can have your own dedicated accounting department supporting your business. Ascot Accounting Solutions will help you simplify your process, enabling you to access your data from anywhere to make quick decisions and become efficient at improving your bottom line. And we can help you pay less on your income tax. Call us today at 866-902-1818. Again, that's 866-902-1818. Visit our website, www.ascotaccounting.com. Again, www.ascotaccounting.com, and find out how you could receive a 1-month trial offer. With offices in Los Angeles and Irvine, Ascot Accounting is not limited. We can service your business anywhere in the United States. Give us a call today at 866-902-1818. Ascot Accounting Services, where small businesses succeed. Ascot Accounting Solutions, distinctive accounting for small.
How is it playing with Mike?
It was always incredible. The cool thing about Michael is, without playing an instrument, he was one of the most musical people you'd ever meet. In fact, I was telling you about the song Heartbreak Hotel, This Place Hotel. I played the guitar solo on it, and he sang it to me. He said, went in the studio, and he said, yeah, I want you to play a solo on this song. I said, okay, great. What are you hearing? He said, well, this is what I want. And he puts in a cassette tape. For those of this, a geezer reference.
That's right.
Cassette tape was a piece of tape in a little cassette that you'd stick in a player.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
he sticks it in there, and he's singing the guitar solo. And what the notes he sang are the notes that were on the record.
Wow.
So it was always incredible working with him. Very creative and just, very encouraging, real musical guy.
And this came out in
here,
82,
right.
Epic Records.
Yeah. Now this jam here, Baby Be Mine. Tell us about this.
I'm trying to think if this was me. I think this was David.
They had you on.
They have you on it as the credit.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting your receipts?
Oh, gosh.
Man, you need to go call your turn.
I'm going to need you to remember.
go
Like, how
call.
you've been playing so much Michael, you don't even remember. Like, I think I'm on this. That's how you know you.
I got to check back because I was working with, this was 82. Oh, no, I
Yeah.
was working with him in 82.
This is 82 Epic Records. Epic and CBS when they were together or co-working.
Look at you. You like going back and.
I told you I grew up on him. I'm telling you, I did.
I got a check. I'd forgotten this one. Oh my god.
That might be a check he didn't receive.
Or
It's probably listed on his little thing. He didn't open the invoice.
Well, no, there was a lot of, because 82 was when we were actually recording Thriller, 82, 83. But I had worked with him before that on. We'd cut a lot of tracks for the Destiny record,
right?
And so it was kind of one of those things where
they all
kind of melded
fused together, right?
So so and then also in some of the compilations, they'd pull things from other places, and so I guess I did do this, man.
I think you're listed on this one. 83 is when Thriller came out. It was the number one record in the world.
Okay,
for 83.
Got a question concerning my favorite song, Heartbreak Hotel.
Yes.
So Michael was working on being the king of pop, but what was the thought that made that song so funky? At least for me, it's like was it? Did you have a discussion like that and said, how are we going to make this thing so stanky?
Well, the reason that was funky was one of the things that Michael did was he also knew who to call. So the rhythm track was Ollie Brown on drums, your Detroit buddy, Greg Fillinganes on keyboards.
Greg Fillinganes, yes.
And on the tracking date, it was David Williams on guitar. David played on, Thriller, the song Thriller, and Want to Be Starting Something, and a lot of Michael tunes. And Nathan Watts from Stevie Wonder's band on bass.
Oh, man.
And so, who was one of the funkiest bass players in the history of music. So you get those four guys in the room with the direction of Michael.
I can't even imagine.
Okay, got it. Because it's not like it was a complete deviation, but it just was so funky. At least to me, it was.
Yeah,
so it was
like
nice.
two skunks. Like you normally say.
Yeah, absolutely. Two skunks having sex.
Skunk funk.
In a wool sock.
That's pretty funky. In a wool sock. Oh my god, that's pretty funky. So what would you say, besides Michael being able to be musically without being able to play an instrument, what would you say you took away from working with him? What did you learn from working with Michael?
Be focused and work hard in the studio, because he was very focused. I mean, he gets, rap for what people would see externally, but in the studio, he was all business. Focused, work hard.
Do what he wanted.
And he was very much involved in the creation project
creative
of
process.
his work. Yeah. Wow.
And we want to put out there, Michael ain't touch no keys.
That's right.
Right. Exactly. Thank you.
I just want to know, did he have two? They say that's his real voice, that high voice. Is that how he talked in high voice?
His voice was kind of high, but
soft.
I mean, it was not overtly. I mean, I said, he
soft.
Funny story about that.
There we go.
He had a soft voice. And when I first started working with him, I was still living at home with my parents, and. My mother's from Cleveland. She was from Cleveland.
Oh, Lord, here he goes. Oh, God.
Your mom was one of the original Ohio players.
Oh, God.
And I tell people, my mother was a psychologist, but she was kind of hood. She had the unbelievable combination of being extremely intelligent and proper and sophisticated, and being hood at the same time.
Because she was raised in East Cleveland.
Exactly.
Oh my
God.
I already knew that.
And this is before answering services and pagers and cell phones and all that kind of stuff. So somebody called the phone. She says, hello? And it's the phone. And says, is Paul there? Says, who is this playing on my phone? It's Michael. She's like, yeah, right. Quit playing, boy, and hung up the phone.
Michael Jackson.
Whoa, got hung up.
And so, my mother has the distinct pleasure of hanging up on Michael Jackson.
So let it be known, another Rare Grooves classic.
Right.
So when
Paul Jackson Jr.'s mama hung up on Michael Jackson.
Did he call back?
Thought he was playing.
He did call back.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you were working, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, you know why? Because she's from Cleveland.
Right, East Cleveland, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you were
They don't
working
play
with
not on the phone.
Michael, what was he at that time? I mean, we knew who he was and who he became to be, but musically, were you in shock that you were working with him? Was that like a career highlight for you, or was he still on his solo uprise away from the Jackson 5, or had he solidified himself already and you were shocked that you were
Well, to
working
be
with him?
honest, I was shocked whenever I went to the studio with anybody.
Oh.
I mean, I just, it was like kid in a candy store living the dream. I mean, the description in the Bible says your gift will make room for you.
That's right.
And bring you before great men. And so every day for me was a treat. I remember I got to do a session with Stan Getz.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, who gets it,
wow.
When I'm 19 years old, I did a session with Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, my God.
And like I said, playing with Jimmy Smith or, being on stage with B.B. King and him turning around saying, hey, take a solo. B.B. King, I'm like, really? Those kind of things. So for me, every day was like that. Every day was was a wow experience. And it still is.
Tell me this, you wanted to share with, we're going naming all the names, Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Go ahead, it's your platform.
Oh wow, no, just incredible lady. I was fortunate to play on The Greatest Love of All, Where Do Broken Hearts Go, and Saving All My Love, and a lot of her hits. And then I played on the Bodyguard soundtrack. I played on Yes Jesus Loves Me. And then years later, I was in her band. I was subbing for a guy for 5 months, and ended up staying there for 5 years.
Who were you subbing for?
A guitarist by the name of Carlos Rios. Carlos left the band to he's Stevie Nicks' musical director.
Oh wow!
Whenever you see Stevie Nicks, you see Carlos to this day. And so I ended up staying for years. But the thing that I liked about Whitney is not only was she the consummate professional, but she was unbelievably nice to everybody on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to the band, everyone, the dancer, singer. She treated everybody with respect and love. Two of the stories I like to tell is we had some shows get canceled, so we were held over in Philly for about a week. And so we all decided to go skating in the park. And sure enough, we're all skating, all the dancers, all the band. Here comes Whitney and Bobby skating. And so we're all in the middle of the park, and it's funny because she has security. So she's skating, she's
doing her thing.
She's doing
Now,
her thing.
can she
Bobby,
skate?
oh boy, she can skate. She and Bobby, so they're skating. You see these security cats running behind her trying to keep up. It was hilarious. So we're having a blast. But she was
on skates or without skates?
on skates.
You
Oh, they didn't have skates.
No, okay.
They're running. Slow down. They're huffing and puffing.
You know what's funny is that must be a really memorable moment because Alfie Silas, who was on that tour with you,
Yes.
she tells that same story about Whitney skating. They were being worried they didn't want to break any limbs because they
Right.
were on tour. So that must have been a really memorable
And another
moment.
thing I remember is we had 9 buses.
Wow.
And bus number 10 was the kids' bus. And I'm like, well, what's the kids' bus? Well, what Whitney did was
All the dancers.
anybody who had kids,
Mm-hmm.
if you were a singer, musician, crew, if you had kids, they could ride on the kids' bus. And she had 2 chaperones on the bus. Now, the thing about the bus was a tour bus at that time was $600 a day, plus the fuel, plus the driver.
Right.
So she's spending $5, $6, $7 a week to just have people's kids on the road to make them more comfortable.
Wow.
And that's the kind of person she was.
That's the stories we don't
all
never hear.
the time. No, you'll never hear that story.
Of course.
All the time. That's who she was all the time.
Now, how did you work on her very first record? How did you get that introduction?
I was working with an arranger by the name of Gene Page.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, Gene, famous,
Uh-huh.
Love
Yeah,
Steam,
of
and
course.
all the Johnny Mathis records and everything. So Gene got called by Michael Masser to arrange this particular song. And because I was working for Gene at the time a lot, Gene called me for the session. And so I got a chance to play in it.
The right place at the
Wow.
right time.
Right.
Yeah, just the relationship.
Johnny
yeah, the
Guitar
relationship
Watson.
with
Yeah,
relationship with Gene.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
So we want to go to another segment of ours that we call the Dusty.
All that dust.
That's right, the Dusty of the Week, man.
Ooh,
we got
this is my pick. I
Right,
went
we
in the
got
basement and got this one
Get
for
in the
you.
basement, had the dust on it.
the Groove Vault. She went about 55 years into it.
I got this for you because I did my homework.
So the Dusty of the Week is brought to you by our favorite game.
Yes, Sweet Events.
Sweet Events, the Sweet Life. So you cordially invited. Just come on. She has her new magazine coming out, The Sweet Life. And she's going to have an event coming up on Thursday, June 6th. At Harold and Bell's Restaurant in the
we
Pico
should be on the
Lounge on
cover.
2920 West Jefferson Avenue. So you got an RSV. So Sarah at Sweet
You got
Events.
an RS what?
RSVP.
Thank you, sir. Get it out.
RSVP.
RISVIP.
Wisvin?
RISVIP.
Okay.
Sarah at sweetevents.com. 323-445-6745. That's right. So that's the launch and unveiling of the new Sweet Life magazine. Did you have that flyer?
He sure did. He was
There
on
you
it.
go. He's on it. All
He's
right.
on it.
Pretty
So
Tony know how we roll.
So who's
Pretty
the,
T.
So
Let me bring you the little homework. So, a little birdie told me who your number one inspiration was, and that is Wes Montgomery.
Okay.
So this is him live in London. And this is a little throwback. And I'm going to give you the history on it if I can find it. Oh, I thought I had it.
West.
Let it roll.
I had all the drummers and everything. Well, let it roll, and then I'll give
Is
you...
it Win Kelly on piano?
No, I got it. It's Stan Tracy on piano. The bass is Rick Lyard, and the drums is Jackie Dugan. And this is London, 1965, ABC.
go ahead, girl.
1, 2, 3.
listening, baby.
Track masters, rock on. Baby, Chris, rock on. The remix. How you doing, miss?
Oh, yeah.
This song still bumps.
I know, man. So
Ladies love Cool J.
Yeah.
Yes, we
So
do.
this was part of the Hidden Beach? Was this on Hidden Beach?
No.
No, this ain't.
No.
Oh, no, it wasn't like, I'm thinking.
You're talking about the Unwrapped.
Unwrapped,
Yeah.
Which you had the pleasure of playing on, huh?
Actually did. Yeah, did a few songs for Tony Joseph, you know.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Any records you have not played on? My
Thank
goodness.
you, man. I'm telling you.
He done played on
Well,
it.
we got to hook him up with Sonny.
I know, right? Sonny La Louisiana. He could use your help.
Yeah, you need
Louis
to
gonna do us a solid.
Over here in my house, go to La Louisiana.
Yeah,
on
Slauson and Overhill. Right.
Yeah, you
I live
find
5 minutes from there. So
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So
Well, it's this brother with a curl. He probably has a ring on every finger.
he got a white fur
He a
coat.
pimp from way back.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
And I went in and I was shouting his name one time. I was like, Sonny.
Did he
He's
have
like,
all? Did he have all his
And
team?
I was like,
over there?
Sonny.
Did he have all his team?
They
He
go
looked
on
at me
him.
like, if you say my name one more time, I'm gonna chase you around.
well,
So-
I help him out. I help him out. I say, okay, Sonny, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
So I'll help him out.
There we go.
That's the
Make
other
Curtis
song
Mayfield
the other
proud.
song I can sing.
Let's play a couple of the songs, some of your newer music. Just get some
Yeah.
samples of that. The one you played with Reggie Calloway, Bring Back the Love. And
Oh,
then
wow,
we'll
yeah.
come back in.
Yes.
So take me away. DJ DeVoe, DJ Reg here on We Love Rare Grooves, 323
I love this one.
I like this record.
2599.
This one is hot.
I just can't understand it. It ain't the way we planned it when we fell in love. But now we're so demanding, and I just can't
Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. We want to thank our listening audience all over the globe for continuing supporting our show every Monday night, where we bring you the legends live here only on We Love Rare Grooves. I'm your host, C. Mose. We in the Groove Studios tonight with the one and only Paul Jackson Jr. That's right, DJ Rez, DJ DeVoe, Robert A. Shantany, and myself.
I mean, I can't believe we got him here. Y'all don't understand how much this man works.
Yeah, and he was here early.
I mean, and I know before me.
For you.
That's like
Usually
never
we
happens.
don't, I guess.
Well,
I
we
know.
just found out C-Mose is my neighbor.
I know.
We live like
You
5
shouldn't have
minutes
told
away
him
from
that, because I ain't gonna be at your house. I'm come on, Jackson. I got a show.
He that close?
He's that close.
You know, Big Red, he gonna be at your door.
He might be
9 to
lurking
5.
in the bushes with his percussion.
Exactly.
Y'all so close.
With a long ponytail.
Leave him alone.
Wow.
He love him.
Hidden in the
He's on
bushes.
his, hey, Victor, it's all in love.
We love you.
It's
love you.
all
Victor, you know
in
we love
love.
you.
I'm surprised he ain't listening. He ain't
Victor
looking.
was listening earlier.
listening.
Yeah.
Until we got cut. Oh, till we got.
Yeah,
Okay.
Victor Orlando.
Victor's my boy.
I know, we love him.
We love him.
He's
Yeah,
huge.
we've had him
into
on.
that.
We got backstories on Victor, so.
Jay
That's
Leno.
our boy for real.
Sir.
Jay Leno,
Yes.
you and Ricky Minor, man, that had to be a great experience with the cars and all. And
Doing the Jay Leno show was probably the single, if I had to put my hand on one gig that was probably the best, it would probably be Jay's show, because of the camaraderie, the music that we got to play, and the fact that it was as close as a musician can get to having a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
And all our gear was there, and we could do anything we want. We could record, we'd rehearse, we'd learn different music, we'd play originals, play with other artists, we'd record stuff, and so it was just, and then dealing with Jay every day was just phenomenal.
Because really, you guys could have done an album, a concert tour.
In
For
fact,
real.
I mean, his house band was the band.
yeah, in fact, the record, my last record, Stories from Stompin' Willie, I did right before we left the show, and basically the band on the record is the Leno Band.
wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Who was the Leno band? It was you,
Ricky Minor, Teddy Campbell
right?
on drums, Wayne Lindsay, and Dave DeLome
Wayne
on
Lindsay.
keyboards. Oh
Right.
yeah,
Oh,
Ziggy.
yeah, Wayne.
Dang,
Ziggy
Wayne
on keyboards,
Lindsay.
yep. And then Kevin Ricard on percussion, on horns, McGill Gambleman, Ray Montero, and Garrett Smith, and then on vocals, Dorian Holly.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, that's
Wow.
That's
Oh, yeah,
put that
Dorian.
together and do a show just like that.
Yeah, well, we've done a few.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, and we'll do some more. You know, yeah, but getting those guys. Yeah, we've done actually a few shows together.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And then you were on the Idol for a little bit too, right?
Once again with Ricky Minor, we did 9 seasons of it
You did
Oh,
wow.
9
seasons.
seasons.
with basically the same guys I just named.
That's
So,
a great
Was
job.
that at the same time?
No,
okay.
We did 7 seasons of Idol.
Right.
Left Idol to do the Tonight Show. Did the Night Show for 3.5 years. Left there and came back and did 2 more seasons of Idol.
Could you have done them both, or did they run congruent?
They ran
sometimes?
concurrently, so
Okay.
we couldn't have done it.
Didn't you guys do the Motown 60?
We did the Motown
Yeah.
60th. We did the Aretha Franklin tribute. We did the Oscars just now.
Wow.
Under the direction of Ricky Minor.
So
Ricky the man.
Ricky
is the
been
man.
Ricky been the man
Yeah,
since
and,
the '80s.
And like I said, Ricky, both #1 records off my last record, Ricky played bass. He's a killer bass player.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
so
that's
we can
right.
safely say you're working. You're working on
Praise,
some of
praise
the
God,
records.
yes,
got
I am
checks.
still working.
Yeah.
He's working so much he done forgot some songs he done played on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you was on Iceberg Slim's album. You didn't know that. right?
He's so
This,
stupid.
this is our line.
From
we
player to
sticking with
player,
it.
huh?
You should have seen his face. He
You
looked
literally
like,
could say that. He'd be like, "Wait, was I? Let me think.
Was I?
Iceberg Slim.
Let me see.
Let me see. Let me hear it. Let me see if it sounds
Last
like me."
Poets I was on.
How's it go? Something like this.
What's your all-time favorite guitar? Your like mainstay every time favorite.
My all-time favorite guitar would have to be the one that I was talking about earlier that was on the Michael Jackson records on PYT and that I used to record with Whitney. That's probably, that's been with me the longest, if you will, and it's been the most consistent in terms of playing on hit records. I mean, it's like I said, it was on the Daft Punk record. It was on This Is It when Michael passed. It was on Love Never Felt Like This when Michael passed. It was on The Weeknd's I Feel It Coming that I did with Daft Punk. And so that's the guitar actually that's been with me the longest that I played on the most hit records.
Were you going on the This Is It tour? Were you supposed to go on that tour?
No, I just no. The tour. What happened was they were rehearsing for the tour, and then he passed away. And then there was a song that he recorded, so I came in and put guitars on the song. This Is It.
Yeah, one quick question. Can you distinguish among guitar brands when you hear, a guitar, can you say, oh, that's this kind of guitar?
That's a Gibson or that's a film?
Not so much brands, but types. Like I can tell a Strat from a Tele, from a Les Paul, from an archtop hollow body. If a guy's using round wound strings or flat wound strings. So those kind of things I can tell, if it's a steel string acoustic or nylon or 12 string, but I can't really tell brands.
Gotcha. No. And you explained it the way I couldn't articulate it, so thank you.
So what's Paul Jackson Jr. up to these days? Besides, the Oscars.
Well, a few things. Writing for the next record. The last record was Stories from Stompin' Willie. Stompin' Willie was a nickname given to me by George Duke, so it was a tribute to him. So the next CD is going to be called More Stories. So writing for that, touring behind the project with Jeff Lorber and Everett Harp, the Jazz Funk Soul record, Life and Times. So we're touring on that. And teaching at USC as an adjunct professor in the music department. I teach guitar, and I also teach the third-year pop performance class.
Clifton gonna come and roll in some of your classes.
So when you writing that book, man?
And your next
all
concert.
those stories, man. All the stories.
For real.
Actually, that's another thing. I'm working on a music book actually right now.
Nice.
Excellent. The consultant is right here. That's
and
why
your
we
next
call it
concert, when are you performing?
Yeah.
Next concert will be, like I said, is June 22nd at the Santa Monica Civic.
Santa Monica
Performing Arts Center
with Mr. Gary
myself
Taylor.
and Gary Taylor, yes.
Our alumni.
And your website, if they want to stay in touch.
Website is pauljacksonjr.com. I'm on Instagram. Hit me on IG. I'm on Facebook. I don't tweet much, mostly IG, but you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and the website.
And don't be sliding in his DMs.
I don't want to know. When you work with the Daft Punks, they be wearing them helmets, and I was wondering.
He probably had a helmet on in the studio.
So you know
what
they look like, huh?
Remember the group Andre Lewis with Mondre out of Motown? Yeah. They lifted that whole concept.
That whole look.
You mean Mandrell?
No, it's Mondre.
Mondre.
They lifted that whole concept.
With the
that was on his album in 1977. That whole
right.
We got to show.
It was. We had him on. It was crazy.
I always play the interlude from that. Yeah. All the time. Yeah. So.
But I just want to know, do they
in the studio? No.
You know what they look
so
like.
So he actually knows what they look like.
Funny story.
Are they French? Are they?
They're they're from France.
Okay.
And actually, when we were working on the record, it was before she passed. She came to the studio, and they actually took a picture with my mom with their stuff off.
Wow! Oh, you gonna share that with us? So we can let.
Can't post that.
And you played on Get Lucky.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, that was a big record. Hit. Yeah, that was a big hit.
Yeah.
So before we go away, you have any comments to grace us with on the show tonight? I know you've been on many interviews and things of that nature, but how did you like your experience tonight with us here on We Love Rare Groove?
This was a blast. This is probably the best interview I've ever done because it was interactive. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was. You guys, got basement tapes and all kinds of stuff.
We got videos. We got
and just the interaction just made it was just great.
And we knew about your mama from Cleveland.
And my mom from Cleveland, and
rest in peace.
Tell a friend. Tell them to come on through. Our studios are always open for everyone.
Work on some of them other artists. You gotta make a phone call.
And you always welcome to come back.
We got to do a part 2. We didn't even. There's so much we didn't even touch on.
That's true.
So.
You are an alumni now, so you're always
as we
welcome
close
back.
out tonight.
Yes.
From DJ DeVoe, DJ Reg, Pretty Tony, Robert A, the consultant, Shantini, and myself, we like to welcome you with the We Love Rare Grooves.
Hey!
Wow.
Turn it around.
Share that.
Turn it around. There you go with your name on it. Yeah.
Now see. Wow.
Turn that way. Turn that way.
Turn that way.
There we go.
Now see what you want.
See, go ahead. It's an open mic now.
This is the only interview on air, off air, whatever, where I've been given a momentum, a trophy, or whatever. So I really appreciate it.
No, it's well deserved.
And don't put it in the basement.
No, this is going on the
It's
mantle.
not a paperweight. It has to go with everything else.
This is going on the mantle.
Right there next to that Grammy
real talk.
nomination and everything else. We're right there.
And I'm trying to think who said it, but when you don't take it lightly when people honor you, because people don't have to be nice.
Nope.
And so this means a lot. Real talk.
And it means a lot to us, and that's why we
That
give
you
it
came.
to artists.
And we told you thank you again, man, for showing up.
Right. It means a lot for us to come for you to take time to come to our show. That's why we grace all our guests with, hey, we really appreciate it.
Because you literally could be anywhere in the world. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, I'm coming back, and like I said, you guys, this has been the best interview that I've ever done.
Yeah. Well, thank you
So
so much.
he's gonna be at
that,
Clifton's
man.
house in the pool for this summer.
Yeah, call Freddie. Let him know you had a good time.
I will do that.
Hey, so we got coming up the Black Business Association. They present a Salute to Black Music Awards in recognition of its award dinner that they have coming up on June 18th at the California African American Museum. So they'll be giving a Lifetime Achievement Award, Outstanding Artist Vision Award, and an Outstanding Gospel Publication Award. And that's my man Skip over there that's providing that event for the Black Business Association Award. So that's for June, Black Music Month. And
I'll be there.
You'll be there. So we
I'll
got
be
Stephanie Sproul coming up Saturday. We got you and Gary Taylor coming up
June
on
22nd.
Yes,
Santa
June
Monica Civic Center.
So
Where can we get tickets?
Santa Monica Performing
And they
Arts
can get
Performing
tickets
Arts
where?
Center.
Performing Arts
Center, yeah, at home. Oh gosh,
Don't worry about it. We should have it right here.
Home
Free
Ticket
park.
Box. I'm sorry.
Ticket Box?
HomeTicketBox.com.
Okay.
Right. Let Elston know that we promote
Tickets are
it.
going fast. We
So
might
he
have
can
to
give me
break
a
in the
check.
back door.
Yeah.
You know.
Give me a check or something. They got free parking.
You got free parking.
Well,
free.
we always
Right.
thank God for
Parking's
free
free.
parking.
And you
Oh.
by the beach.
Right.
You by the beach? Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
So that's what we
Yeah.
got going on in
We
here.
got Pretty Tony. He's gonna represent the beach.
Big Toe.
Tony, like the beach, we gonna be
that
there.
beach, we gonna be there.
So we will be back live in studio in June, but next week will be Memorial Day. So
Right.
the
Yeah,
holiday
we
fun.
off.
Oh, we
Wish
off till
everyone A wonderful.
I'll be at that other
till
place on Sunday. That place.
So we gotta go. We gotta go eat, y'all.
June. We gotta go eat.
Yeah,
gotta go
we
eat.
got-
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Gotta go eat.
So let's have Mr. Jackson play us out. What you want to play us out?
Oh,
So we
gosh,
want
let's
to
see.
follow us on all of our social
Yes,
media.
follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Our YouTube channel will have this show up in 2 to 3 days. We love Rare Grooves.
Tomorrow,
Instagram
Bert,
is We Groove Entertainment.
Right.
iHeartRadio. We have our own iHeartRadio channel. The audio version of this show and all of our previous shows will be available. If you subscribe, you will get all of the notifications. We do appreciate your support. ubngo.com is the network that you're listening to, Channel 1, every Monday night. We will see you in June. Enjoy your Memorial
And
Day.
special thanks out to Kevin Tony, Preston Glass for always keeping the show going with different
Yes.
events we have. And thank you, Preston, again. We didn't say it last week, for helping us get Dionne Warwick.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you
that
so
was
much,
right.
Mr.
Man,
Preston.
Mr.
Right,
Glass
Glass
in the
was the-
place.
He
to
took
be,
one for the
always
team.
doing it.
He
Yes.
took one for the team for that.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you
should have
so
been here.
And I
much.
would have took another.
I bet you would have you.
Yeah, we almost
And on
did.
that note,
As we do.
we'll see you in June.
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, that's gonna bring up those
Sorry.
It was
things.
a family show.
It's after 9 o'clock. What can we say?
As we say here on
We love Rare Grooves. Take us away.
Yabba dabba doo.